So, Rhumba greetings, my lovers. I hope everyone is fine. I hope your weekend is going on quite well. I am also doing fine by the grace of God. We thank God for everything. Today I'm here with my crown. This is like an African crown. If you see any African woman wearing this, it's not just a piece of cloth, it's a crown. Because we are all queens. Anyways, there's a lot of things that has been happening in the Rhumba Republic. I don't even know where to start from, but I had to, put myself together and make sure that I don't miss out on the information that I'm supposed to give you guys, what is going on, because like I said in so many of my posts here and also on TikTok that, the industry, the Rhumba Republic, that industry has become so hostile. Everything is happening so fast and, things are getting heated and you don't even know where to stand anymore. My hope is just that, it doesn't get worse than it is, because the way things are going doesn't really look good. It looks really, really, really dangerous. I'm just, I'm scared already what is going on. But I am hoping that the artists that are going to come after this one's here, they will at least, put the fire down, because right now, the war has gone beyond loyal competition. It is really sabotage, sabotage, sabotage. Do this. I know I can do this. You will not be able to do this. Scary. So anyway, let me start with the good news, good information first, and then we can go to the very crazy ones. Yes, we can go to the crazy ones. So what is happening? Last Saturday, Grandma Pao Kofi Olomide was, not actually last Saturday, this Saturday, yesterday, he was at Leicester. Leicester is like a smaller town next to London. In the UK, there was a festival. There was an African festival, and he was part of the major artists that were going to grace that event. And it was really such a lovely thing for him to do, and it was a good event. I saw artists of Katelate who are like the ancient ones, who are no longer the ones in the active group right now. I saw Apocalypse, the guitarist that used to play before. So this is really, truly, it was a manifestation of Katelate International, which is like, proving to us that Katelate is not only based in Kinshasa. They have members all over the world. It means even if he's touring if he doesn't have his entire entourage from Kinshasa, he can get from everywhere else. So that was really nice. It was a good picture to see older members of Katelate join in with Grandma Pao to do the festival at Leicester. And before then, he had an Australian tour. Pretty much a good part of August, he was having an Australian tour, which did quite well. He performed in Adelaide, Sydney. There's also another town that I always forget the name, but he has a Melbourne. Yeah, Melbourne is the name. I always forget, but it's such a beautiful name. So he had an Australian tour, and then now he's in Kinshasa. I mean, in the UK. He just did the festival, and more is yet to come. I'll come back to Mopao because there's an issue with him at the moment. But like I said, I just want to start with good news first, and then we go to the very crucial ones, the ones that make us curious. This industry. Anyways, at the end of this month, that is next Saturday, Fabregas, Meeting Noir, the guy that has an interesting sound. He doesn't do the authentic music that we know. There's something new he has in it, and I'm yet to find the right name for it. But I just feel like the sound is particular. And that is the beauty of it, that he has managed to create something that is just definite about him and his kind of music. So he's going to be performing in Casino de Paris this Saturday. Casino de Paris has a capacity of about 2,100 space. And so far 2 categories have been sold out, and the rest are just still moving on. Is a new terrain for them. They are artists that are, compared to the others, they are still in the initial stages of their career. So performing abroad is also one of those major strides. So what you can do is just to encourage them. The others also started like that. They started, per, and you'll get there. So courage, and congratulations to Fabregas Metin Noir. We hope that the concert is going to be, amazing. He's also such an energetic performer, so I believe that the concert is also going to be a good one. So, yeah, that is about Fabregas. And then on the 21st of September, Eritie Watanabe is going to perform in La Seine Musicale, which is also a hall in Paris, and it has a capacity of about 6,800, almost 7,000. And okay, up to now there are no categories that have been sold out yet. But like I said, these are terrains that are new to them. They are still starting, and the least we can do is just to encourage them, and hope that they do great performances. Because in as much as, even if the hall will not be filled or will not be sold out, but if you do a good performance, if you do a good concert, it will always stay in the hearts of people, and it is definitely part of your CV now. They will write it that, such and such an artist started his career like this, and performed in halls like La Seine Musicale. So what we can do is to encourage our young artists. It is a new start in their career. They are now discovering the diasporan terrain. It is very difficult to crack. It is very difficult to earn their love and their following. So you just have to stay on it and don't get discouraged. So those are like the good news that I can. You don't really have much, because what is happening in the industry is not good, if you ask me. There are too many fights going on. So let me go back to Mopao. The official YouTube channel of Mopao, for some reason, has disappeared. It is not there. And it disappeared immediately after he released 3 official videos that I talked about the last time I posted. He did a collaborations in his new album Platinum Volume 2, and then decided to release official videos of the 3 songs which he did with those young Congolese artists. He did one with Inos B, Taxi. He did another one with Gali Gavey, Nabandonpa, and one with Gezmawete Ezapasi. So after releasing the songs, they released the videos, and they were doing quite well. It was like running concurrently. The three videos was doing quite well, and then all of a sudden, the official YouTube channel of Koffi Olomide disappeared. When it disappears, it has disappeared with all the videos that he had uploaded. Everything that he has uploaded just disappeared. So me now, I rushed to people who I know that are like really close to the source, that I want to know what is really going on. What is the problem? At the time that the official, the YouTube channel was disappearing, he was in Australia. He was doing an Australian tour. So obviously he cannot get distracted. Even if he wanted to, he is on a tour. He's supposed to be performing, so it's not something that he can get into. Immediately after the Australian tour, there was this UK. So ever since the YouTube channel disappeared, Mopao has not had time to get into the matter. So, of course, there are so many controversies that are going on. Everybody will start pointing fingers. Or this is the person that has something with Mopao. There's somebody that has a malicious agenda against Mopao, and this and this and this and this. So, even if you want to point fingers, you do not know who you will point and who you will not point. But me, what I know is that it is not ordinary. There is something that is going on, and we are yet to crack it, but it is not ordinary. It is not ordinary that Mopao will release an album, because all these things started when he released Legende, that was released in 2022. And then all of a sudden, he didn't have the rights to the album, and then all of a sudden he couldn't get access to the album, and it was his. And then all of a sudden the official release was like pulled back, and then there were different covers. And then he came with a statement that, it's like he was addressing somebody in Lingala, and I could tell that it has something to do with the legend. But because he didn't mention the person's name, because he didn't really explain what was going on, none of us could really, point fingers and say, oh, you are the one who's responsible for the disappearance and the bad luck surrounding Legend Part 1. That was 2022. And then the guy goes back to the kitchen because, like we always say, Mopao is a genius. He sleeps and wakes up with songs. You think you want to take all his albums, my friend? Will you take all the 39? Can you take all the 39? And even if you take all the 39 from the YouTube, or you take all the 39 from the streaming or any online platform, you cannot take them from people's hearts. You can't. People love aspirin, whether aspirin is playing or not. People love Futajalon, Kleboa and stuff. I mean, that's just a story for another day. So then he goes back to the kitchen, produces Platinum Volume 2, which was released in... when was Platinum released? Can you remind me again in the comment section? It's not really far. He released it this year, early this year. Then, after the release of Platinum, before Platinum was released, there were like official videos of songs that were part of that album that made us now speculate about the release of the album. So we had like official videos of Mon Bebe, we had official videos of Mama C, and they were like, okay, it means that there's something that is in the kitchen, which was Platinum Volume 2. So now the YouTube channel disappears, and it means, in as much as you will see those videos, you will see the videos of Mama C, or Mon Bebe, Chiboles, Ambuteage, Izapa, all of them, you will see them, but you will not see them in the official channel of Koffi Olomide. Some other people have access to it for whatever reason. So me, I am tongue-tied. I am just confused. But what I know is that the way I always insist that the industry is getting hostile, I am always proven right every blessed time. Because you cannot tell me that this is normal. Why, of all the artists, why Koffi Olomide? Why Mopao? And why is it that his channel is removed when he has released an album, successfully managed to release that Platinum, successfully managed to release videos and put them in his official channel? Do you know how many followers he had on YouTube? Let us not underestimate YouTube. YouTube has many. Yeah. So when he and the quality of his videos, it tells you how much he spends to release those videos, and then he uploads them, and for some reason he doesn't have his channel anymore. So his marketing people are they're into the matter. They're trying to find out if they can retrieve the channel back, and if they can get all his materials back. So I'm wishing him all the best. I just have a little message for the other artists who are like his concurrent, or people that might be fighting him. I don't know, but something is telling me there is someone who is fighting him. It cannot be normal. It really cannot be normal. He cannot be the same person who loses his first album, and then he loses his YouTube channel, and then all his videos are I don't know where. There is something that is not normal about this. Don't forget, there are people who know how to crack channels. There are IT gurus who know how to do things around here. So let me just leave it at that. But if you ask me, there is something that is not normal about Mopao and who that person is that is seriously following Mopao's life. Can I finish by saying that whoever that person is, or whoever those people are who are trying so hard to minimize Mopao, you can only minimize him now in 2024. But you see, it cannot rub everything that he has achieved. It can't, because whatever he has achieved has remained in the hearts of people. Don't forget, he was a made person even before social media came. When social media came, it found Mopao really Mopao. So he can literally do without it. So probably the person who wants to fight, or people who are fighting him, you want to look for other channels or other ways of fighting him, because this one for social media might not work the way I'm seeing, because he has his fan base. He has achieved a lot. He is a living legend. You know, the things that he have achieved, you cannot take away from him. When they are calling people who have put a trademark in musique congolaise or rumba congolaise, you cannot name 3 people without mentioning Mopao. That is how serious that guy is. That's how important he is. So I'm wishing you guys all the best. The people who are trying to really fight him and trying to do things around him, really courage. I really hope you achieve what you want to achieve. But if you ask me, it's going to be a long fight. That is just about Mopao. Can I go back to Eritie Watanabe? Because this guy, I have been doing a lot of posts and talking to him and talking about his his entourage and what is going on around him, and I just don't understand that guy. First of all, Eritie is about 42 or 41. He's really a young guy right now. And then he has how many albums does he have? Maybe 5 max. And then at the beginning of the year, or towards the end of last year, he released Chemin de la Gloire, his latest album, Chemin de la Gloire. Normally, when you release an album, your job is to make sure that the marketing of that album is really top notch, simply because the industry is hostile. You are not the only person who can sing. You are not the only person who is releasing album. You are not the only person who has a fan base. So if you don't work hard, your album will come and go like it never came. So I am not wondering. I'm just I am shocked why this guy's entourage or this guy's marketing people are not seeing it. Because you release an album today, there is another artist, people are doing things. So if you need to have a group, a team that is really agile about marketing your album. Marketing your album also means that you must be careful about the words you're saying, to who, when, and why. You understand? There are people who are holding the market right now. Whether you want to accept it or not, there are people whose names have a mark in the market right now of the Rhumba Republic. One of them is Le Padre. You like it, you don't like it, Le Padre has a fan base that is massive. And that fan base is also part of the people that can buy your albums. They can listen to your songs. They can come to your concerts. So your team, they might want to be careful around mentioning names like that. You don't want to mess around people like Le Padre. You don't want to mess around people like Egle. You don't want to mess around people like Mopa. There are people who have a fan base that really, in as much as they love their person, if you don't talk bad about their person, they can actually come. Because in as much as they have their own fanatism over this person, they're also Bameloman, which means they love good music. They love good concerts. They want to come and have a good time. But if they hear your team, and they sit down and talk about somebody like Le Padre, are you kidding me? This is where this guy is missing the point. He is just missing it. One of his marketers came to an interview, and then he said, Chemin de la Gloire is even doing better than Dynasty in the market. No one is listening to Dynasty. Go to the clubs and the bars in Kinshasa. Nobody's listening to Dynasty. So do you know what you have done? The people who are fanatics of Le Padre, Gaulois and Gauloises, they are not going to listen to you. And they are not going to take what you are saying very well. Because they'll be like, is it not this same visa that a crowd in Kenya sings it like they know it? Is it not Second Chance that Adidas Arena sang from the beginning to the end? That's a diasporan crowd, which means there are people who... Are you kidding? Have you seen the charts? Have you seen the views of those songs? Have you seen the streams on Boomplay, on Apple Store, on these? Have you seen these are some of the things that the marketing team should be looking at before they talk. Check. How is our album doing? What are our views? Who is streaming? Which song is being streamed? A song like La Baronne, let me tell you the truth. La Baronne is a very good song. Very, very good song. But now, people cannot promote your songs because those people that want to promote your songs are people who love other artists as well. So if your team is there bashing other artists, instead of talking about your album, talk about your album. Like me, in that album, the only song I know is La Baronne. So you need to come to your platform, market the whole album, say, oh, we also have songs like this. Oh, we also have songs like this. Oh, and copy other people. The team that is behind Le Padre. Those are soldiers, I tell you. When they come to their platform, first of all, they give you a disclaimer. They say, I'm here because of Le Padre. So don't mention other people's name to me, please. I am here for the sole purpose of promoting Le Padre. Whatever he is doing, that is why I am here. So you want to mention other artists? I am not listening. And that is what the other marketers are also supposed to do. So, Eritier, you have an amazing voice. You have a good career coming along very well. But you need to reconstruct your team because your team is failing you. Your team is busy bashing other artists who have a bigger following than you. That is a bitter truth. You are one of the contenders in the industry, but you're not the biggest. There are people who are holding that industry by its horns. And those people, you don't want to touch them the wrong way. So that is probably like the worst part. Jesus Christ. So that's like the part that you do not want to, you don't want to rub them the wrong way. You have to be careful around these artists that have a larger following. Your marketers, their business should be you, your album, and your concerts. Simple. That is it. Because you're still starting. You're still in your early stages. You are also another person who I don't understand. When you're called for an interview, instead of talking about your own self, you're talking about everybody else by yourself. I know that you have a very close relations with Viensoni, Roi de la Forêt. It's like a dad to you. But now you are your own man. You need to do your own things, say your own things. When you come to a platform, 80% of the time you're talking about Werason and when Mesomer. You are forgetting about your own platform. You are an artist of your own. You have your own orchestra. You have your following. You have your fans. They're called spiritas. So they need to be fed every now and then, because if you're not consistent about feeding your fans with what they want to hear, can I tell you, Golo and Goloas are there. Warriors are there. Kofi Phil and Kofiettes are there. Wenge men are there. Spiritas, your own people are there. Villageois are there. People who follow the Plique are there. People are there, many. So you want to feed your own particular fans with your own news. Please, can somebody pass this message to this guy? Anyway, when I talk about Enrique, sometimes it just gets me, because I know that he has a bright future. He's got all the good cards. He's got all the good cards and all the potential of actually achieving or being one of the major horses again. If he went well, this is somebody like 2-3 years, he should be on the top of his game. But his team, Anyways, let me now go to the person of my heart, where my heart beats. My guy. You all remember last time I came here and posted, I said there was a festival that was supposed to take place on the 2nd, the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th of August. Festigola. It was supposed to include all the artists, the younger artists of the Rhumba Republic who don't have really a crowd or an audience, to get some attention. You never know. They could get attention from producers, other orchestras might take them. So it was a good initiative. Also, as a country that is really well known for their music, it was only obvious that they should eventually have their own festival where they celebrate their music and their culture. So Festigola was on its own a very good initiative, but it was coming from Le Padre. So what did that mean? It meant that people that don't like Le Padre would also not like Festigola. That is blatantly, let's just say it like that. Let's not hide it. So, because of the concert that happened before then, and people died, and then now they said, okay, now you cannot perform, you cannot do the the festival because we have to check the security reasons and all that, and then it was postponed. Then it was postponed, and then we saw the dates of 16th, 17th, and 18th of August, which the Padre was live on Facebook one time. He was on Afri Radio. The radio station is called Afri Radio, and it was being aired live as well, so people who could watch him also on Facebook. And he said, and after that he confirmed, that we have a new date, the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th. A few hours later, there was an official post from someone from the government to say, no, there is no Festigola again. It is pulled down. We are going to think again of another date. Kindly, again from the government, there is no Festigola. People are like, hey, what is going on? You guys said you want to analyze the security measures that have been taken for Festigola. They took you to that stadium. You checked everything. You corrected what you wanted to correct. They said, okay, we are going to do that. And then you settled on a date. And then finally, you don't want again. So now people started speculating. Hey, could there be somebody who really doesn't want Le Padre to do this Festigola? Could there be? Because now it's no longer normal. It doesn't look ordinary. And then rumors started spreading around that there is another artist who is planning to do something that is similar to that festival, but he wants to do it next year. So because of that, he's trying to pull, to put stuff, to complicate Festigola so that Festigola does not have the effect his own will have next year. That was just a rumor. Before you people start throwing stones for me on the comment section, I am just saying it's a rumor. But it is already out there in the domain. People are talking about it. And this was my own take. I was like, where is the problem if all of you have festivals? After all, it is a country known for music. So if we have 2 or 3 festivals, is it wrong? I don't think so. So someone watching from the distance, I'll be like, I think there is no reason. There's no problem if Festigola happens and next year the other person also does his own festi whatever. It's not a bad thing. But then again, like I said from the beginning, the industry is becoming very hostile. And it is scary. It is scary, honestly speaking. So then people go back to the drawing board about Festigola. Then now, the fans, we start now speculating and giving advice and our opinions, and people are like, oh, Papa Eve, if they don't want you to do the Festigola, just drop it. I mean, it doesn't have to be, it looks like they're really fighting against this initiative, and it is draining on us as your fans, and I believe it's also draining for you, and some people are saying, no, it must happen. You are a man. You stand on your ground and just fight it until you get your dates. Me, honestly, I didn't know what to decide. I was confused. Part of me was telling me it is too much for one person to keep fighting. And the other part of me was telling me, when you don't fight, you appear weak, and you probably might give your enemy or the person who doesn't like you, you can give him or her the satisfaction of victory, and it shouldn't be. So I kind of was double-sided. I didn't know. I was undecided about the matter of Festigola. So after some time, just last week, we now got dates again of the 29th, no, 30th, 31st, and 1st. So like the 3 days that is going to be the new Festigola. Now, what happened was that when it was confirmed last week. Yeah. And then the venue was also changed. So he's no longer doing it at Tata Rafael. He's doing it at Palais de Peuple. And then there's also one other venue so they're going to be like two venues. So they decided that one venue is going to be for the public and the other one would be like, a pay, you pay to enter. So I think everyone else will be fed. But now this is the catchphrase. They changed the venue for him. It means that he has to start constructing the podium, and again in a span of 2 weeks. He has to organize the place where he's going to perform in a span of 2 weeks, which means all the preparation that they did with the Tata Rafael, the other venue, is null and void. Whether the money is going to be reimbursed, we don't know that. But he's going to have to spend more money again to construct the Palais de Peuple, how the podium is going to be, and all that and all that and all that. But for him to have been willing to do it, it means that he really wanted that Festigola to happen, so that it is a mark, so that it goes down in history that the first festival that took place in the DRC was initiated, produced and realized by one and only Le Padre Ferregola. So I believe that this is one of the reasons why he decided to really go for it at all costs. And that makes him a what? Mobali. Hey! Le Padre! I'm telling you, talking about this guy just makes me feel good. So now we have a new date. New venue is smaller than Tata Rafael, but I think the point is taken. It must happen. So during this whole fiasco, Le Padre, for some reason, he has managed to stay on trend for years, man. This guy, ever since 2023, that end of 2023 where he did the Stade de Mati, up to now, the guy is trending. And it's like he doesn't want to let it go. So it's like, let me feed. I will feed you. I'll give you something to feed on constantly. So then, in the midst of this fiasco, Le Padre decides to go live on TikTok when they are doing their practices. They usually do practices. So I also gather that their practices are usually Wednesdays and Thursday. By now it has been intensified, so they do more more days. But the official days of practice in the group of Le Padre is Wednesday and Thursday. So he goes live on TikTok, and within 30 minutes, guy has over 1.2 million likes. Guy have 3 people who are there watching. 3,000 people watching in a span of 30 minutes. Does anybody still want to fight or argue about the power this guy has? So he does it like twice. I think he went live twice, yeah? And the result was just the same. So thank God, though. Golwas are like, Papa, we are here for you. Anything you say, we are here for you. So thereafter, we get a date of ENG Arena on the 7th of December this year that is going to perform in ENG. ENG is in Brussels. And the fans, the Gaulois in Brussels, they feel like Papa Hervé is owing them a concert because he's not really done it there. What he did in Brussels was Couleur Cafe. It was really not his own concert. It was a festival, and he was just part of, the major artists that were supposed to grace that event, but it was not his concert. So people who are like in Brussels, in Belgium, they're like, Papa Hervé, you owe us a concert, please. So this was like, me, when I saw the post, the post, I was like, oh, finally, the Belgian crowd is going to be fed. Papa Hervé is feeding his own Belgian crowd. Before you know it, and the poster was removed. The concert was, I don't know, either postponed, or I don't know what happened. The poster it was removed. But like, what is going on? My God, what is going on? Can we have constant information that we can rely on, please? So So it was like, oh, it has not been cancelled. The concert has been postponed until further notice. Plus, Le Padre right now is really concerned about Festigola. So we just want to like keep our focus on Festigola until we can realize it. And then we'll give you some other dates. So then people calm down. Then around that time also, Goluas and Golua were on TikTok and other social media platforms really worried and agitated. They are wondering what is going on, why are we not having Festigola, who is doing this, Ferregola, please say something. And then Ferregola decided to do something. Some fans came to his residence in Kinshasa. They want to say hi to him and ask him what is going on. Why is Festigola doing this and this? When are we going to have Festigola? Are you okay? What can we do? For the love of your artist. They came there. Normally, artists can decide whether they come out or not. Sometimes they will be told he's not around and he's around. So for him to have really accepted to just come out, sit down with them and talk to them, it calmed people down. Even the 2 lives that he did on TikTok also calmed people down, because Goluas were really nervous about everything that was going on. They didn't know what is the confusion about. So then, on Friday, just 2 days ago, we got the announcement of our lifetime. Paris La Defense Arena. Do you people know La Defense? The second most popular or the second largest stadium in Europe. Meaning, it is not a joke to perform in La Defense. La Defense Arena has a capacity of 40,000. And the concert will take place on the 26th of April next year. And the ticketing officially is going to be opened on the 5th of September. That is next week. And Golua and Goluas, I'm telling you, if you're an artist, you should really pray to have fans like Golua and Goluas, because the love they have for that guy, I don't understand. You would think that Golua and Goluas are going to be happy about this date, and they'll be like waiting for the date, the 5th of September to come, so that we can buy our tickets. Because some of us, that is what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the 5th of September like this. You buy the tickets, stay with your ticket here. You are just waiting for the date. But Goluas and Golua, they sent a message to Le Padre. They say April is too far. They say, Papa Hervé, April is too far. We cannot wait. Try and find another date between now and April, because we cannot wait for that April. Do you know what that means? It means those tickets are going to be bought like something else. See that La Defense? Goluas. So Goluas have sent a message to Le Padre. Even me, I think I want to join part of that group that is sending a message to Le Padre so we cannot wait until April. April is too far. Hey, Papa, do for us a concert somewhere here. See this December. Shock us. Shock us with a concert. But anyway, Le Padre is full of surprises these days. So I will not be surprised if he decides to really do something before this year ends. I believe he will. I really, really do believe that he will not let people wait until April before he performs somewhere. He will definitely have a concert somewhere. So Festigola is happening next weekend. And then there is and then he has a concert as well in Angola, that is like on the 28th, and then Festigola, and then he's supposed to perform he performed already in Bukavu, and then now he can decide whether he wants to come to us or not. Yesterday he had a concert in Bukavu, and Bukavu is part of the eastern part of Congo, so it's really a sensitive thing to talk about. I just feel I'm always very sensitive when I'm talking about the east of Congo because of what is going on around there. So he had a concert in Bukavu after Voisin. Our neighbor performed there also a few days ago. So he also performed. I think it's like this time is like, I am not giving time to you go left, I'm following you right there. I'm going there. Come, I come. Do I do? Right now, we will go like this until everybody will decide who is the better one. Yes, I'm not giving you time anymore. So he performed also in Bukavu. It was really, the way French say, plein à craquer. It was filled up. People sang. And then there was a young girl who interpreted Regarde-moi. And Ferregola decided to recruit her into the orchestra, which I think is a very good thing. Like the marketing team of that guy, those people need a raise. They are overworking. He took that girl, and then he said that our concert in La Défense, I'm gonna take her. She will come with us. Do you want to ask me whether people are still talking about the previous concert in Bukavu? That's what is gone with the wind. Nobody's talking about it again. La Defense Arena is also something that really brought a lot of controversy, and it's still going on. But let me just do my prognosis about it. So when he announced the concert, that he's going to do a concert at U Arena, our neighbors started laughing at us. Our neighbors told us that we always copy them, that we always want to do what they are doing, that they are the ones who performed in the U Arena, and we are just copying them. We always copy them. And we're like, okay. Did you see what happened in Bukavu? That is the same thing that's going to happen in La Defense. Oh my God. Hey. So I am not sure, but people who love our neighbor, Voisin, kindly write me on the comment section. But rumor has it that when he was performing at La Defense, his capacity was half. Like La Defense was, cut into half. I don't know how true that is, but anyway, I will hold it there because I'm Goloas, definitely. You might feel like I'm a bit one-sided, but that is what I had. That his concert, the arena was cut into two so that he could just perform on a capacity of 20,000. But whether that is true or not, it is irrelevant, actually, if you ask me. I think the hall the arena does not belong to anybody. If it belongs to anybody, it belongs to the government of France. Which means anybody can perform there if they want to perform. So please, our neighbors should let us perform. You people say that nobody can perform in La Defense aside from your person. So our own person is trying. It's like, you try me, I answer you. You try me, I answer you. So let's see how La Defense will go. But I am almost confident that before the end of this year, I will come back here and confirm. But before the end of this year, La Defense is going to be sold out. That is what I know, because that is how hungry Goloas are. Goloas are like, they are agile. Like, give us, you should just give us the date, give us a link, anything. We are there. We want to show people. That is the hashtag. Mobondo. They will know, they don't know. Yeah, so that is the story around La Defense. So I'm still open about it. I do not know what is going to happen. But I am positive that the kind of following that he has right now, the kind of attention that he's having right now, and the fanatics are following, because now we are not fans anymore, we are fanatics. we do everything surrounding. We love everything surrounding him. So people are going to buy those tickets so quick, and let us not be surprised if 40,000 people actually buy those tickets and it's sold out before the end of the year. And that is actually the plan. This is how it happens with Adidas. So people bought those tickets within 3 days, they were sold out. The Adidas Arena themselves are the ones who said, "Hey, please take one more day. We are giving you one more day from us. Take it." Yeah. Anyways, I hope I haven't forgotten to say anything. I was just wanting to, brief you on what is happening in the Rhumba Republic. A lot of hostility. It is really like the Game of Thrones. People are. Hey. If you sleep for 1 minute in the Rhumba Republic, when you wake up, you might not be where you are. That is how competitive it is. And it has become so competitive until it is now risky, it is dangerous. People have gone deep with this war. It is no longer loyal competition. People are going private. People are, guys, we just love your music. Please reduce it. Anyway, as I close, I would like to thank everybody who has subscribed to my YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe also. Follow me as well on TikTok. My handle is the same, CNB Laren. And also, there's one more thing that I would like us to do, but that one I'll do in the next event, because I'll be having our merchandise. We have merchandise. We're printing very beautiful t-shirts with your favorite artists of the Rhumba Republic, people that you love. We've got shirts, we've got t-shirts, we've got jerseys, we've got hoodies, and we are also in the process of printing sweatshirts. Yeah. And who knows, we might just have short dresses as well for our ladies. So it is something that is going on. More information yet to come. Of course, I will post that, and I will just I will come with the full information about the Rhumba Republic. But you can still follow on Instagram at the Rhumba Republic. That's the page of the business, and you can make orders. We can do. We do shipping, but as I said, it's the initial stages, so clearly there's an arrangement that we have to do about it. But anyways, all in all, follow our page on Instagram at the Rhumba Republic. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful weekend. God bless you all, and continue listening to the music that we love. Je vous aime.